The second argument about, well, I'm insured. Yes and no. If you read a lot of these insurance policies that cover cyber liability policies, a lot of them either exclude, okay, these types of breaches, or if they don't exclude it, they say, in order for coverage to apply, you have to first show us that you were in compliance with HIPAA, that you had the safeguards in place, that you had the processes and so on in place. If you can do that and then show that something happened, we'll cover you. But you see, there's that loophole. You have to be in compliance to get insured should something happen. So people who say, well, I'm insured, it doesn't really matter. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. You might not be insured if you're not compliant. So there's this fine print, and this is where a lot of companies get hung up.
I love that you called that out because you're right. Some people might be looking at it as like a gamble, and they're willing to take that risk because they feel like, oh, it'll never happen to me, right? And if you're leaning on insurance, thinking in case it does happen, I always have insurance. I think the next question goes back to an earlier point I made, that checking a box on your cybersecurity insurance questionnaire stating you have something just to get the insurance, but it turns out you really don't have that, you're not going to get insured for that claim, right? They're going to investigate. They're much more sophisticated now in their processes when these claims come in. They bring in a legal team, they bring in a forensics team. They want to understand how the breach occurred, what could have prevented it. Did they actually have everything they said they had in the questionnaire that should have prevented it? And the minute they find something, you're kind of having to dig into your own pocket to cover those costs and try to keep your business operational, not to mention the reputational damage that goes along with that, right?
100% right. Yeah. It's funny. I'm going to be in Las Vegas next week for an event. As you're talking, I'm thinking all these casinos in Vegas, they're not in the business of paying out for wins. That's not their business, right? If that was their business, they wouldn't be in business. Their business is collecting and making money. Same analogy to these insurance companies. They're not in the business of paying out claims. They don't want to pay out claims any more than a hotel casino in Las Vegas wants to pay out $500,000 to its winners. It doesn't want that. It'll advertise it that way, right? Come here, you'll leave smiling. Same with insurance companies. You're safe. You can sleep securely. We got you covered. But in truth, that's not their business. Their business is to collect the money and then have you jump through a whole lot of hoops, most of which you might not even be aware of, before they might pay out an amount that satisfies you.